Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to Angry Nerd Rocker, Quantity Sufficient, Buck 81, Sphinxy, 15-month sub, Grease Goblin 94. Hello, Dr. Lord Mayonnaise, Mattis. Gin makes me sin. Hello, Tim. Did you recover? Because let me tell you, guys like Dr. Lord Mayonnaise are hoping there's Tim TV today. I didn't expect that. Didn't realize DLM was a secret Tim TV admirer. Yes, it's good to see DLM here. Quantity. A nice proof of life. I was just checking the final of that team chess event. It's tomorrow at 3 p.m. I shall stream it. Wow. Young Tim at 1644. Incredible, no? The cannon keeps peaking. Holy hell. Some tough losses here. These were the marbles losses. Well, I guess this one here. Unbeaten streak from the cannon. All the way down below 1600, was down bad. Brought it all the way back to, well, beat a 1700 in the final game here. Almost 1650. I think Tim took it personally when I passed him in my speedrun. Jesus. Jesus. Thank you, mate in China. 66 months with Prime. What cool stuff did I do this morning, mate in China? So much uncool stuff. I promise you, it's not interesting. I went through stream VODs from many weeks and streams ago, clipping things for sponsors and potential videos, just very highly boring stuff. Scheduled some chess TV, planned out some streams. Boring. Hello, Mason. Fish. Fish, the next time you see Jeff, you'll have to ask him about his the trip he just took. I haven't heard from him whether he's really enjoyed it, but it'll be a good question for you to ask him. Anon, thank you for the song here. Starting off, I like this song here. We've been listening to the day list, but a good day list for once. Let's see. Ooh, I think this is a good one. Wow, great song request. All right, added. Do you have confirmation of that, Mattis, or just making the well-reasoned assumption? World Checkers Chan, thanks for the 4 months. Are you peaking as well? Tim's at 1644. Damn. Hello, AB Shakespeare. Any gems, Buck? You mean like videos and whatnot? There've been some good ones. I think a gem is one that is like monetizable, easy to edit, funny, and you think it'll get views. So any gems? Probably not. But there are definitely some good ones. The problem is the ones that I think are truly hilarious usually don't get a lot of views. Like one that I'm always giggling at is the the London Chavs video, but of course, no one else is. Gotta strike that balance between uploading the ones that are going to get all the views and uploading the ones that I just find funny. So no gems in by that definition. Yeah, I can see it. Mate in China. Looks good, looks good. 38 months from Moistad. Thank you, sir. Welcome back, Mr. Moist. Oh yeah, that reminds me, Moistad. Nice to take more rodent bucks. I forgot about that. Yep, it's been great to have the rodent around again, Tim. We would really be feasting if he had the balls to fade Tim TV. But I think he's very frightened of you right now. You know, he talks a big game about fading Tim, and I think he's ultimately scared to do it. Tim keeps peaking and re-peaking. Great song. Don't know who this could be. But Anonymous with another banger. Rego1982, thanks for the 10 months with Prime. And Gary, who plays chess. Thank you, Gary. Using your Prime, getting resub, 9 months. Don B. McGee. Okay. Don. 5 months from Mr. McGee. Welcome back, brother. Thank you, Gary, for the Prime. Don for the 5. Was looking at Tim's peak here. I was also looking at some updates from our buddies at FIDE. It seems like we're in the 90+% category for the candidates being held in Toronto. It seems like most people have gotten their visas now, so that's good news, both for those that booked their tickets, accommodation, trip, etc., but also for Canada. And while I was checking the great update from FIDE here, I also caught another tweet, which I thought was very interesting. They suspended the entire Egyptian Chess Federation. So Egypt can no longer host FIDE tournaments. And they can't compete in FIDE tournaments unless they change their federation. So effective tomorrow, all Egyptian players are required to participate in tournaments under a FIDE flag, not Egypt, with the sole exception being this tournament, which I guess was maybe already in progress or something. Now, why, you might ask? Because they are massive scammers. This is why. The FIDE World Cadet Championship took place October 2023, 14th to 27th. And due to the tragic events of October 7th, 2023, a large number of federations and individual players were unable to arrive/refuse to participate in the championship due to concerns about their safety. Despite numerous assurances from the Egyptian Chess Federation, the fees made by those federations and players have not been returned to them in due order. And on top of that, the whole federation failed to provide the necessary documents and information about the non-returned funds and didn't start paying off the debt. So they just collected a bunch of money, kept it, and said nothing else about it. And so FIDE's like, all right, bro, You just can't have any tournaments now. And your players cannot play for Egypt now. Simple as that. So that's why. Dr. Lord Mayonnaise, of course, with the... in there with the comment. Pyramid scheme. Didum. That's right, Mattis. Jansunasumas. Chansunasumas. As is written. As is written. Estimol, yes, that's the title of the stream, right? I'm just giving time for people to get in here. As is written. I also saw that Jake Paul will be boxing Mike Tyson in the summer. Big news. And the trending Twitter hashtag was he's 57. Hashtag he's 57. Mike will trounce that clown. I think basically if he doesn't, people are just going to assume that Jake pays for every result. Something tells me this will be a little bit more competitive than you might think. Christo, thank you for the raid. So, that's what's happening. Those are the updates. Team chess final is tomorrow with Fabi, Kirilla, Hess, and Danya. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm definitely going to stream that match. You'd bet the house on Paul. You know, you're definitely... I'm curious to see what the odds are. Hey, Snatch! 86 months from Snatch Pato. God damn. You're on to the next year already. Thanks for the big resub, buddy. 86 months from Snatch Pato. Paul is minus 360 right now? What the hell? Gotta put the house on Mickey Tyson. So I'm going to start with the speed run here. And who knows? Tim, I'm sensing we may have roped the rodent in. It could be to our own detriment together here, Tim. But in case there was Tim TV energy, I think we do have interest from Moist Bucks. All it took was Tim to hit his all-time high rating 5 times in a row for Mr. Dud to try to buy at the best time. We'll start with the speed run and maybe some Team TV after for guys like DLM. Big fans. Hey, Digilals. You've been taking care check Manarov on the Rift there, buddy? How's things? Fortnite now. Jesus. It went from League of Legends to CS, then to Fortnite. Feels like we're devolving. Soon you guys are going to be playing Minecraft and Roblox. Hello, Caballo Loco. All right, we're going to start. This is my attacking series. Can you believe we're already at 1700? Like, what the hell? Already at 1700. Let's see if we can go for a few points here. Hello, Jason. Good to see you. Good luck, us. We're going for 5-minute games. All right. E4. And yeah, against the French, I've been going for the win hour. Knight D2 is perfectly fine, but I guess this is the most kind of aggressive option available. Let's see, what kind of position do we want to go for? I mean, I guess we could play like the main line for now. Try to see how this goes. Queen A5. I guess bishop D2. Okay. Well, he's playing this variation. I guess this is the one where you play either queen A4 or bishop to A4. This pawn is kind of weak. This position, black usually castles this way, so it's actually surprisingly not that easy to attack in. So I'll try to bug the G7 pawn. King F8. Definitely makes sense. Okay, might have to go rook A2 at some point. It goes 97. Might put the knight on H5, but bishop E2 is coming. Huh. Got to develop at some point, so I'm just going to play this one. Thinking about playing A4 just to stop queen A4. But it also kind of gives the move B5 to black. Not sure we want to do that. Might just start with the H pawn. Okay, it goes here. Of course, H5 is going to make a lot of sense. Just to take, like, I've already got a threat here that he needs to react to. G6 seemed a little unnecessary. I mean, I've got this dark squared bishop. Light square pawns everywhere. And light squared bishop. Not really the combination you want to have as black. Rook g8 takes. You have to take with the h-pawn. My rook gets involved there. Rook h7. Yeah, he does go for it. Quite risky, though. Okay, well, I am going to take because I think I want to open things up here. Queen here, he might have that queen move. I mean, it's it's not like an unbelievable move, but it does exist. I'll put the rook down there. He just goes b5. I think it's time for this. I mean, I basically want to play g4. I think that's the really key move. Also queen f6. Yeah, he does play this. There's really not much I can do about it, but the good thing for me is I think I can keep attacking pretty nicely even without the queens. So I think I'm just going to go like this. Let's kick the knight away. Dark squares should be really uncomfortable. And I also love the move a4. Bishop could swing back around that way. Also gets my rook involved. Okay, this knight needs to do something. It's not doing enough. Let's do this. Rook g7 would be a big mistake. Something like bishop here. I know it's tempting to play knight there, but it doesn't actually do that much. It goes there. Let's stop that. And now the knight comes to g5 with a threat. So I assume he's going to move the king and the rook. But we're going to move our king, our rook, try to invade like that. Even though bishop h6 might have been a little more forcing. Okay, knight goes back to d8. Let's bring the king up. Knight h7 is mate, so I mean, there's no way black should be able to survive here. Ugh. Ow. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what their rating is. You always feel a little bit good doing that to people who play the French, especially this variation. This c4 is like, ugh, there's not much here. So yeah, his g6 move was pretty bad. From there, I think it's just a matter of time. I think here a lot of people would rush, and to be fair, like there are some good moves there, especially here. But I really like this idea of going bishop to f6. Then you always have checkmate threats. It just ties him down completely. So even though I have dark square pawns, my bishop gets in. So it's actually a really strong bishop. Then the knight. Then we bring our other piece. And we're just activating every single one of our pieces. We're obviously going to have a breakthrough here. So this was a pretty nice game. Even though we traded queens, you know, don't be too afraid of that, especially here. Every single pawn's on light squares. The dark square bishop is going to dominate. So it was maybe not the best path, queen g5, because it traded queens, but it was really clear exactly what to do after that, and I value that in a blitz game for sure. Just having a really obvious plan. It's tough to stop. Maybe he should have run the king this way, but you know, after knight here, we could have made it a little bit difficult. It's not so easy to go like that when this pawn is being targeted, so I still think it was probably the right idea, but I can't imagine a world where he hangs on to the f7 pawn. If I have knight here, bishop covering f8, I don't know how you guard this pawn there, so probably he would lose a pawn. Maybe it's better to lose that pawn and run the king, but still, tough decision to take. 926 Andy, thanks for the 39 months. Tone Cruise, 40 months. Cubologist, thanks for the 10 with Prime. Bella Francis, thanks for the 7 months with Prime. Lancelot gifting a sub. Lol's Cat, tier 3, 28 months. Thanks, Lol's Cat. And Larissa, welcome back for 33. Fellow Tulumer Larissa, thanks for the resub. Yeah, the g6 move hurt him bad. I did h4 and he really overreacted with g6. I didn't have an actual threat on the next move or anything. You know, he could have played any number of these moves and been totally fine. But yeah, g6. Like, I played this move with no threat. He played this and gave me a threat. It's kind of what happens sometimes when you attack. You make a menacing looking move. Someone reacts to it thinking you've got some idea. You didn't. But now because of their reaction, you do. Thank you very much. All right, let's jump into the next one here. Oh, got the white pieces again. I'll continue to rock the e4. 2 knights. Okay, bishop g4. I like going h3 here. A lot of pieces may get traded, however. So let's start with this one. Takes, yeah, taking back is completely fine, but thinking about taking here, it is, yeah, it's kind of the, it is the move you're supposed to do. Forces this. But I only have the bishop pair left. Like, there's no knights on the board, so could be an annoying position. E5 really does not look like the right move. Almost always want to go e6 and maybe f5 or just leave the pawn there, but e5 is definitely wrong. Yeah, I've got really good control of the light squares. I've got a light squared bishop. So that one is probably not a good move. I'm going to go here. Queen b3 is like kind of an idea. Yeah, I mean, I think queen b3 is actually very strong here. Queen b3 knight there, though. Bishop takes. Queen c4. e5. Queen takes c5. Yeah, it is possible. I think, though, that this may liquidate quite a bit. So I'm just going to play a palm move, d3. I think we'll get a little bit more of what we're looking for, which is, you know, an attacking middle game. But yeah, queen b3 looked like it won something there. I'd rather see if I can show some attacking concepts here in the middle game with the bishop pair. Okay, bishop to c5. Now, bishop g5, I figured he just has bishop to e7, so it's actually not really like too impressive of a move. But after bishop c5, if you go back to e7, I think I'm kind of happy to see that. And it's the kind of threat that can only really be defended by knight d7. So I have a couple good options with this bishop. I don't want to trade it. That's the first thing, even though this actually is quite strong as well. Yeah, I think I'll actually do this. And I think we'll see this. We might see knight d7 because he just put the bishop there, so it feels kind of bad to do this. Yeah, and if queen h5, I mean, this is no longer a checkmate. So now I figure we just take this bishop and go back. Bishop e3 at some point will be hit by knight d5, so I don't see any reason to put it on e3 just yet. If a5, I'll play a4. I want my bishop to stay here. This pawn is hit, so he can't exactly long castle here. I'm going to go a4. Not only does it make him not want to castle this way, but if he plays a5, then he really can't castle because that pawn will be hanging a lot. And he's obviously not going to castle this way, so... Alright. Let's castle. He's almost for sure going to castle, and then we'll get our attacking position we're looking for. a5, a6 will be probably a nice idea, and I think I'm going to do it. He goes h5. Seems to threaten just about nothing. Okay, a5. It has the nice idea to use a square there. Rook on an open file can never be a mistake. Goes h4. I still don't really know what he's intending there. d4 to me looks... I mean, basically, he's leaving his king in the middle. I just put my rook there. d4 is a move that I'm just going to play without any thought here because there's no way that he can do what he's doing. He almost needs to castle now and just kind of admit maybe that he's ready to toss a pawn. He takes. I think that's immediately losing. I'm just going to take here, and he should lose a piece, if not more. But this is his own fault. Like, I castled. He was just kind of, for some reason, not castling. I really don't understand. h5, h4, like, what did he accomplish here? Does he think he's attacking? Like, one pawn that isn't even, like, going to go there just doesn't threaten me at all. Yeah, and now it's just lost. Going to lose at minimum a bishop. Got to be long castle here. I feel like it's the only move to continue the game. Okay, he could have castled. That's a little bit odd. Hmm. Rook e7 or bishop. It all looks pretty good. I'll take with a check. This rook. He doesn't seem to care. I'll first give this check because I want him to go back. And if he plays here, he's going to lose his queen. Okay, he goes up the board. At the very least, I'll take his rook here. But remember, he's on the attack here, guys. We have to watch out. It's all I always find it remarkable, you know. People are so interested in playing on. And then when I'm like, okay, great, perfect, let's play on. This is fun. Like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Lancelor, thanks for the gifted sub, my friend. And Orphan 420, thanks for the 13 months. Yep, I'm nervous, Mout. Nervous, but agreeable. So, I definitely think there was a Queen B3 moment here, but, I mean, D3 is fine. And yeah, we got to see a nice middle game here. He needed to do this. It was crazy that he wasn't. I might have still played D4. I was also planning to do a move like Rook A4. And then, yeah, potentially D4, because we have the bishops. We want to open things up. But yeah, this two knights is working still quite well, I would say. All right. Into the next game here. We're remembering that, of course, the point of this series is to attack. It can be done with or without the queen. It's very tough, by the way, to attack in the Sicilian against c3, so we'll see what we can do, but I'm not feeling great. Okay, let's take with the pawn. Queen on c2, I think, is extremely weird. Doesn't look well placed. We can go here, but it does trade some pieces. So let's go with the knight. Yeah, he goes here, but I think we can play one of these two moves. The funny thing is, if he castles, I can take it, and there's no rook e1. Bishop d6 next. Okay, this is exactly what I said. It's a funny guy. Sir, your queen's on c2. Doesn't work like that. Sir! Okay. This guy just lost in 10 moves. But you heard me. As soon as I saw queen c2, I was like, nah, that's a weird move. Something very strange about that. And it came back to bite him immediately. Because, you know, if his queen was on d1 here, he could have maybe played queen e2. Pretty good move. Or he could have castled. Maybe with some rook e1 idea. About the queen on c2. Oops. Oh, guys, we have to pause. We have to pause. HK is the best, says, why not bishop d7 to block? Why not bishop d7 to block? Everyone pause. Checkmating in 10 moves was not good enough for HK. We have to examine in depth bishop d7. Well, buddy, the simple answer is it trades pieces, and it trades pieces that are the same. Trading bishops with someone keeps things symmetrical. Putting my knight here means if he wants to take, it's going to be an imbalance. I'll have the bishop pair. I'll have double pawns. Gives me some open lines. I'm trying to attack my opponents. I'm not trying to just trade everything of equal value. Now, some trades are unavoidable, but I made the executive decision here. Keep a little more energy in the position. Trying to keep more things happening on the board. It's not a bad move, but it's not the right move. That's what we've decided. Oof. King e7 to avoid trades. I can't argue with you. I can't. You have a point there. Thanks, Ruin, for the 39 months. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, we're going to be releasing the Chessable series that I did on YouTube weekly now. So if you're looking at maybe trying Chessable, getting a pro membership, maybe learning some of the openings that I learned in the exact series, you can learn the same courses, same openings, then that might be the series for you. I think it's a really informative series on how to study chess, and it's on our YouTube now. Another Morty. Did I see this? No. I was no, I was looking at VODs, but I'm not sure if I saw the exact guy. Which Morty was it? Becoming a nerd. Oh, yes. Yes. The Becoming guys are very suspect. I think there might be like one legit guy. You know, a couple legit guys part of the coalition. Because I think on my KNVB account, I've adopted this guy like 3 times. 2 or 3 times. I have a crazy score against him. Yep, this guy has now been welcomed to the family 3 or 4 times. This is good. This is good. Becoming a nerd. But there's other guys. Becoming a Whiz, I also played. Who was banned. And the Becoming a gang is very dangerous, so we have to keep our wits about us. Yep, just know that I called it, Tim. Know that I called it. All Mortys must go down. One by one. All right. Let's go into the next one here. E4. All right, let's see what happens with the French. It's never my favorite opening to be super aggressive, mainly because people can be lame and low T and take. But we'll try to handle them as well. Okay, I'll go C5. G5 because we're playing aggressive. H5. You guys signed up for an attacking speedrun, right? Woo. Go us. He's really gonna impress me with his defense to queen h4 here. I'm waiting to see it. If he moves the f-pawn, we'll play g3. This is a phenomenal attacking concept to know. Because we know at some point he's going to realize this is checkmate, so the only way out is to make an escape square here. He's going to play f3 or f4. Any other move gets mated, essentially, so there it is. And once he plays this, to check here or to check here would be just not good enough. He's going to run away, king f2. But every time this happens, you just play g3, and the guy's mated by force. I'm not going to pre-move queen h1 because there are a few moves that need answers, but, you know. That attacking concept, once you've got these lined up here with the g-pawn, they can never escape. You just always go g3. Well, look how quick that one was. That's going to be less than 15 moves. Game over. GG. Yeah, we used the French that time. It worked out. Thanks for the 94-month resub there, D. Graybill. Coming up to the next milestone. Couple more months. Thank you to D. Graybill. 94. Pickled Pawns. Thanks for the 13 with Prime. This is not the fishing pole, no. It might be like... It might look like it with the G-pawn, but no, I didn't even sack a knight here. I just used my G and H-pawns. All right, Hudson, thanks for the 20 months. We're getting some quick wins here. Whoa, 1829. All right, we're playing up here. Okay, we haven't had too many people play c4. I'm going to play e5. It looks aggressive. Okay. So, I mean, we can go take this pawn back. There's also this move, which certainly looks reasonable. But I think I might choose a more aggressive option where I'm not even really looking to win this pawn back. Queen b3. Very aggressive. I suppose I'm going to castle here, but definitely dicey. I'm quite scared of this, I have to say. E6. Holy cow. E6. This is a dangerous move. Bishop takes e6. I suppose knight e5? Pawn takes, drops the bishop. And queen takes, I guess, knight g5. Complete animal. What that? Played immediately. I had that one just ready to go on deck. I mean, there's a reason why you shouldn't really castle long, as I even mentioned. Like, you're probably in trouble based on that, but I didn't think it would be that quick. I thought more like a long term, like I might be struggling in this game because of it. No, I'm struggling next move because of it. All right. Well, I mean, you forced my hand, dude. I gotta take. All right. I'm all in. I'm here. I'm vulnerable. I think this is forced. Damn. Maybe even you can start with the bishop. I think it might be possible. Yeah, I mean, knight takes c6 is always going to be a good move. Maybe you could have played this, but it doesn't really matter because you can do it next turn. So yeah, let's take. I mean, we dreamed of attacking. It was snuffed out immediately. E6. Crazy. We played it immediately as well. That's a very strong move. So now I'm in, like, I'm just trying to survive here. I'll be happy to, live to fight another day. Holy. I think I gotta sprint it. I think I gotta sprint it. Oh my goodness. Okay, here. Sis, see if we can just run away. Holy, this looks bad. Man, e6 was a real knockout move. We still have to survive a whole attack. We didn't even like trade the queen. We're not like down a pawn or down a piece with the queens off the board. No. Our king is still on the run. The queens are still here. This is... Yeah, I can't even take this. I can't take this or this. B4 is another serious move. Oh, man. B4 hurts. What's next here? Rook, like, D1? I don't know. I mean, queen b5. I guess he wants to play queen a7. Jesus. Queen a7. I mean, like we're just getting cooked here. I'll just repeat. I feel that I need the tempo rather than defending it like this, because then he's just going to do his next move. So I feel like I have to repeat here. Obviously, he's not going to. Rook d1. Okay. I guess this is simple. was gonna say knight b3. At least we can take. He immediately activates his rook. That hurts. Hmm. Maybe knight c3? I'm just trying to hold on here. Yeah. We're getting eaten alive. Ouch. Okay. Feel like we did the best we could, and we're just still down a pawn. I'll take it though. Mistake. We like to see those. Okay? An insane move. Jeez. Jeez. Oh man. We only won that in time pressure. I got killed that game. Nothing to say. That was the toughest game I think of the series so far. Right when I had my head down ready to attack is when I got blindsided. Dude, E6 was so good. Yeah, that's just a killer move. I mean, it's not like immediately game over lost, but yeah, the only reaction is what I did, which is bishop takes. And that sucks to play. Like, to go here and have to go back and get hit with 95. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, like, a4, when he gave up the bishop, I felt I had a little bit more chance to survive. And yeah, here I was feeling okay. Like, I'm actually down 2 pawns, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like I'm only down 1. Because at least these are doubled. So despite it being 2 pawns, it's manageable. I don't know, Adrian. After you do queen a4, I'll go queen b5, right? So I don't think so. The castle was my castling move, as I said when I did it. Is, I mean, it's not a great move. That's 1000% the case, but it's playable. Bishop h3 is the unacceptable move. I needed to just keep developing. Because the main reason that this is so nasty is because my bishop was on h3. So I couldn't have played any of the other reactions. I had to take with the bishop. But in this case, I could take with the queen if you like. E6 is not a threat here. because I can just take it. So it was only because I moved this that this was a problem. So I think the bigger mistake was actually bishop h3. But yeah, it's like I feel like he's almost played it before, you know? The way that he just whipped these moves out, and it was almost like this was like a trap he's like waiting for. I don't know how to describe it, but he played it so fast that it was as if he was like, yeah, play your bishop h3, boom. So we got cooked there. I feel like he's probably had this exact position before. That's my hypothesis. One of those like traps that you just consistently do against the pool. He was like, oh yeah, got another one here, folks. Oh, Fish looked it up. You see? What did I say? I just called it. Let's see. Crazy Hest. He's played so many games. Oh my god. So castle, bishop h3, e6. See this? He's had the position 10 times. And he's won every single game, except the one that I just beat him in. What did I say? I knew it. He played so quick. I was like, I think this is just a trap he's familiar with, because you don't whip out e6 that quickly unless you know what's up. Yep, I had a feeling. He's even had this exact position 5 times. What the hell? Oh, never mind. He lost another game. I thought that was my game already in the database. I guess it wasn't added yet. So somehow he lost this game. Point being, he's had it before. Well, there you go, guys. I had a feeling, and I was right. Shout out to Crazy Hess, because as soon as I saw e6, I figured the guy was cooking something up, and he was indeed. Dewfold, thanks for the 18 months. Duelster, 28 months with Prime, and Kanish K, 2,000. Thanks for the 27. We survived! Just barely. That's my punishment for long castling when I really shouldn't. Oof. We got lucky. We got lucky. Okay, Sicilian. We got a state aggro. You know, every time I've played this, we're getting to the point where I would expect something different. And as I say that, we get it. But I was going to say, up till now, everyone's actually taken on c3, which I find interesting. Okay, how are we going to get something going against knight there? Like, guess we have to go here. It's not really what I want, though. I really want him to take. I don't think he's going to do it. Knight f6 can't be a good move. I think knight f6 is the main move. I don't think we want to take that. Which means I'm probably taking this. I have to watch out for like knight f3, bishop g4, and then e6. It's just such a solid, easy position. Don't want to hand him over a super easy game to play. Yeah, so I'm going to delay this. I know that he wants to go there. So yeah, I'm going to make him at least play bishop to f5. Okay. I'm expecting him to go there. Goes like this. I think we can go a bit aggressive. Like, if he goes here, we can go maybe knight there and f4. With bishop e3 coming. Try to play a little aggro. Knight takes d4 and bishop c5 is a nice trick to watch out for black, but maybe he'll prepare it with rook c8. Otherwise, I think we should be fine. Yeah, I'll just go right for it. See if he wants to take. I'm happy to get either one of these bishops, honestly. Yeah, we'll have to watch out for this trick. Okay, he's still not threatening it. Queen here, we can't do something like that though. So I think we have to move this rook or go bishop c2. But something tells me I might want to leave that bishop there, at least for the moment. f6 happens so quick here. It's really tough to deal with. Okay, let's go all the way back. I feel like I want the rook there so that maybe later on my other rook can take. Still, this rook c8 knight d4 is just like always on my mind. Yeah, he's basically preparing it. So let's go bishop e3 so that it doesn't happen. Yeah, this is much less scary for me because I mean I have bishop f5 coming, queen d3, queen h5, all these good kinds of moves. I know he has knight c4, but okay. You see, he was bothered by that. That's what we like to see. Because this move right here, that might cost him. That might be too much. Let's go queen f3. We want to go bishop h6. Yeah, obviously, he can't move this, so he's going to take a pawn. Knight d2 is covered, which is really nice. So yeah, I assume he'll take here. Yep. And yeah, after we take, he's got to... I guess he doesn't have to take back with the rook. I take that back. He could take with the bishop. Okay, let's take the material. Probably need to put this bishop back so that these pieces aren't lined up. If he brings a knight to c4, rook d1 is great. It defends my d-pawn and stops knight d2. If he brings this knight here, I don't exactly have the move, but yeah. Let's guard that. This knight wants to drop back to e2 or take on d5, depending on the variation. But yeah, knight e2 is safe. Guards this pawn, gets the heck away from the c-file. And I'm not really doing anything with this. So yeah, I feel like knight e2 is important. Even king h1 will be a useful move. This diagonal really bothers me. But I'm on material here. That's the good sign. It's another good move. Crafty, annoying, threatening. He's got 2 threats here, 2 knight forks. So I think we got to take. If knight takes to renew those threats, then actually knight takes d5, and I think he's in big trouble. So yeah, he got too tempted by renewing the threats when really you should probably just stay solid with rook takes. But yeah, now knight takes. I have threats. And I think we're just better. Okay. Honestly, I almost want to do this. Yeah, let's just keep it solid here. 93. Offer a trade. His knight bothers me, but the bishop is easy to play against. Is queen f6 a bad move? Yes. Yeah, queen f6 would be, I think, a bad one. Okay, I'm going to play the move that my body's been telling me to play for a long time. That's actually smart by him. I'm actually going to admit my mistake and just go back. Don't want to let him sit on that square. But I do want to play d5. Okay. I think that was bad. I don't know. I would have played maybe queen d5 if I were him. Yeah, e6. Should definitely be impressive if he survives this. Apprehensive, of course, about moving the rook because of back rank mate, but we are going to win a piece here, and then maybe I can even take time to play h3 or something. It seems like that almost like saves him, but yeah, and not, well, I guess rook takes, so there's no mate because it's check, so. I was going to say, not rook takes to blunder, but should be fine. h3 because he might play h4, and I don't really want to deal with an h3 takes g2 check or something later on. We'll keep it simple. That was a good fight. That was a good yeah, this knight f6 is a move against the Mora, and it just means that you kind of have to play this way. So I did this, which is not a great move, but at least he played d5, and yeah, we still got a position here. Knight g3 and f4, f5. Bob is coming. Thanks for the 25 months, Bob. And Thunderdump69, 420. Resubbing with Prime for 16 months. Thanks to Big Thunder. All right, one more game for 1750. We're familiar with this guy, aren't we? All right. E4. E5. Yes. A big snipe. It's okay. We'll just keep doing what we've been doing. Why not, right? We'll do our scotch and we'll go knight b3 and we'll go knight c3. Okay, a5. Kind of a weird move. Trying to play for what exactly? a4. Uh, yeah, I guess knight a4 seems a little bit weird. Let's reroute this knight again. a5, yes, I agree. It's actually very annoying for my my piece there, but if we can get the knight here, I feel like I'm quite happy with that. Queen f6? It's kind of annoying because when you when the viewers play you, it's like they know your whole speed run. So I'm being taken advantage of here. Queen f3 is probably a very fine move here. I think we have to play it. Yeah, I don't think I want to play a bad move like knight f3 just to keep the queens on. Like knight f3 is pretty bad. But I think queen f3 with knight d5, knight c4 to follow is still good. d6. Let's try to get my hands on something here. Kind of encouraging the move queen takes queen, of course. Yeah, I don't know. Knight d4 seemed to make sense to me. Obviously, we would have traded, but essentially, like, he could have done this so that I would trade with him and develop his piece, but now I'm doing this so he trades with me and develops my piece. So I agree. It was weird that he didn't want to do this exact scenario to me. We can do G takes on a queen trade here, yeah. Ooh, queen back. Never a good sign. I mean, knight c4 looks tempting, but then the bishop can just move. So I think we do want to take this while we have the opportunity. Yeah, bishop c4 looks tempting, but black's just gonna bring the bishop out themselves. So let's target this pawn. Bishop g5 would have also been a pretty good move, I think. We can already win a pawn here. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, knight d6 wins a pawn. But if we want to like keep the queen on and do something, I guess this is the one we'd go with. I feel like this is our next move because assuming he wants to go there. Okay, he plays d5. Well, we'll start with the check and then consider things after because, yeah, always want to like stop them from castling. I thought castling was almost the only move that black should consider there. Now it's like it's like a worse version. Okay, so takes. There's knight b4 coming. I feel like I kind of want to go here almost. Let's go here. Doesn't look like the best move, but it does look like a way that we can maybe get castled this way. So yeah, let's let that happen. Move the queen. This move looks reasonable. So does this, though. But it also gives me g4, which is, I think, the type of move that we're interested in. Meanwhile, Black's king's not exactly happy. Okay, here, step back. A3 looks useful as well. I think at this point we may as well take. Go bishop here. Where's the king gonna go? Probably f6, king f7 kind of looks best. Okay. I guess that was a threat. These knights look a little bit clumsy. This is one of those ones where, like, not exactly sure, but I mean, it is a fork, right? It's one of the weirdest forks, but it is a fork, technically. Ugh. Not worth it. All right. No time for that. GG. I can't say I can't say I ever really understand why people like sniping the speedruns, because the games that I play against people from the chat are probably the least instructive, because the people who are playing kind of know the speedrun. So they not only know the openings, but they also know that I don't really want to trade queens, which can be used against me. So it's always interesting. People like to do it. They're always like, oh, wait till you got my rating and then we'll play. But then the games that we play are never that interesting. They don't really like teach any. I mean, did we learn anything about like attacking this game? Not really. Just like a kind of a random game. We just like had a queen trade on move 10. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry that wasn't too instructive, but we're at 1750, and I'm gonna switch to kick right now. But I think I'm gonna continue the series, so I'll see you guys on kick. But we're gonna keep the speed run going.